Hello everyone. Welcome back to Learn English with Ease. I'm your host for today. In this video, we'll be discussing building confidence in English conversations with our guest, Noor. And to help you learn even better, we'll share English words and expressions in categories beginner, intermediate, and advanced with their Bengali meanings at the end. So, stay tuned to build your confidence step by step.
Thank you. I'm really glad to be here and excited to share some helpful tips and experiences with everyone.
Great to have you. So, let's get started. Noor, let's talk about confidence in conversations. It's something we all struggle with at times. Why do you think building confidence is so hard, especially when it comes to English?
I think it boils down to a fear of making mistakes and being judged. English can feel intimidating, especially if it's not your first language. But the truth is, everyone makes mistakes. Even native speakers do.
That's so true. Sometimes, just the fear of making an error can stop us from speaking at all. What's your advice for someone who feels that way?
I always say, start small. Begin by speaking to yourself in English. This could be something as simple as thinking out loud when you're alone, or describing what you're doing as you go about your day. It sounds funny, but it helps you get comfortable.
I love that. And it's a good way to practice without any pressure. Now, what about conversations with others? What's a good way to start?
Great question. When you're in a conversation, start with easy topics, things you're already familiar with. It could be as simple as asking someone about their day, hobbies, or favorite movies. These icebreakers are great for warming up.
So true. Once you're a bit more comfortable, you can even add some phrases to show interest, right?
Absolutely. Simple phrases like "that's interesting" or "tell me more about that" can help keep the conversation going. You don't need fancy words to show you're engaged. Just genuine curiosity works wonders.
That's a really good point, Noor. I've noticed that confidence seems to grow when we focus on understanding others rather than stressing over our own words.
Exactly. And another tip is to ask open-ended questions. Instead of "did you like the movie?" you could say, "what did you think of the movie?" This invites longer responses, and it takes the pressure off you to keep talking.
Ah, I see. So it's less about perfection and more about connection.
Precisely. Conversation is about building connections. If you're open, the other person will likely be more patient and understanding too.
That's really encouraging. Now, some people struggle with advanced vocabulary. Do you think it's necessary to use complex words to be confident?
Not at all. Start with basic words and phrases you know well. Confidence comes from comfort. As you practice, you can naturally build up your vocabulary.
And how about idioms? Do you think they're useful?
Idioms can definitely add color to your language, but they're not essential right away. If you're comfortable, go for it. Just don't feel pressure to memorize too many at once.
Thank you so much, Noor. That was incredibly helpful. Before we wrap up, do you have any last advice for our viewers who might feel nervous about speaking?
Sure. I'd say remember this: it's okay to stumble, and it's okay to pause. Pausing shows you're thoughtful, and it's completely natural in conversation. Just take a deep breath and keep going.
Great advice, Noor. This has been such a helpful conversation. Thank you for sharing all these tips and insights with us today.
Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Remember, building confidence in English is a journey, and with small steps, you'll improve over time. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more topics. Until next time, keep practicing and stay confident.